We have some questions for you, Mal. You may have grown up a lot since going to Auradon, and we know you'll make a great queen, but you're so young. How do you know that you're ready to commit to being the Queen of Auradon and the Isle? Are you going to have a long engagement to Ben, or is this wedding happening ASAP? We want answers. A lot of Disney characters are way younger or way older than fans may think. You won't believe which Disney princess is actually the youngest. Keep watching to find out how the real ages of Disney characters change everything.
Say you'll marry me.
I'm very sorry, Gaston, but I just don't deserve you.
Mother Gothel. The villain from Tangled is obsessed with staying young. She kidnaps Rapunzel so that she can continue to use the Sundrop's power. In Tangled, Eugene says she watched over the Sundrop for hundreds of years. Early estimates of her age were based on her clothes, which put her around 500 years old. But in Rapunzel's Tangled adventure, we learned she was once a student of Lord Demanitus. He lived thousands of years ago, so Mother Gothel's at least a couple thousand years old. Alice. Alice in Wonderland is all about a curious little girl who gets lost in a strange world, but you might not know just how little she was. According to the book that the movie is based on, Alice is only about 7 years old. Why is she allowed to go off on her own? And why is the Queen of Hearts so determined to behead a really young kid? That is so messed up. Snow White. The original Disney princess was younger than most of her later counterparts. Snow White is only 14 years old. This makes the movie really dark. Her stepmother tried to have her heart cut out.
Bring back her heart in this.
Then she goes and lives with a bunch of grown-up dwarves. Why do they let her boss them around and say when they go to bed? To make matters worse, Prince Charming comes and breaks the spell. He's 18 when she's only 14. Yikes. WALL-E. WALL-E is easily the cutest robot ever, and the movie was such a touching story. WALL-E's appeal is in how childlike and innocent he is, but he's actually 700 years old. He's progressed at a pretty slow rate, but then he meets Eve. She's only a few days old, but she's more advanced than him. WALL-E will need a software upgrade if their relationship is going to work. The Beast. In the original Beauty and the Beast, there's a huge problem with the Beast's story. He's cursed for being cruel. He has to find true love before his 21st birthday. But then we find out he's been cursed for 10 years. That means he was only 10 years old when the Enchantress cast her spell. Who curses a little kid just for being a brat? The live-action movie fixed this creepy plot hole and made the Beast older. Merida.
Firstborn descendant of Clan Bronx.
The independent archery-loving princess from Brave is just 16 years old. We know the movie takes place a long time ago and things might have been different, but her mother is trying to get Merida married off. They're trying to find a husband for her. No wonder Merida isn't interested in any of these boys. She's still just a teenager. This makes us sympathize with her even more. Mal and Ben. In Descendants 3, Ben proposes to Mal. Once they get married, Mal will be the Queen of Auradon. Ben was already the king, but he was still in high school when he took over the throne in the first movie. And we don't know if Mal has even graduated when she decides to get married. Who decided it was a good idea to let teenagers rule a country? Most kids that age have a hard time picking a university. Ruling a whole country is a huge, lifelong commitment. Chewbacca. Since Disney bought out Star Wars, we have to talk about Chewbacca. You might think that Chewie and Han Solo are about the same age. They're besties after all, but Chewbacca is over 200 years old. Wookiees live a lot longer than humans. Fans have pointed out that Chewie and Han's relationship is like a man and his dog, but it turns out that the dog, in this metaphor, is actually Han Solo. Kidda. Kidda from Atlantis is the oldest Disney princess by a long shot. According to Disney, Kidda is over 8,000 years old. Now, Plato, the ancient philosopher, said Atlantis sank 9,000 years before his time. If that's true, then Kidda would be over 10,000 years old. But other people say that if Atlantis was real, it collapsed about 3,000 years ago. Either way, Kidda has seen many millennia. That is one big age difference between her and Milo. Pocahontas. Disney took a lot of liberties with the story of Pocahontas. First of all, the real Pocahontas never married John Smith, and the relationship between the Native Americans and the settlers didn't end so happily. But one huge difference is that Pocahontas was only 12 years old when she saved John Smith's life. Can you imagine how different the movie would have been if they had made her the correct age? It would be really inappropriate. It definitely makes us think about the story differently. Thankfully, Disney made Pocahontas around 21 in the movie. Which Disney character's age shocked you the most? Don't be shy, let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to The Things. We'll catch you next time.